I'm not even upset. I'm not even upset. I'm gonna hit y'all with what my parents used to tell me when I did something stupid. I'm more disappointed. So I'm gonna say right off the bat, this is gonna be a little bit of a warning. I am a little bit upset right now, but we are going to talk about Kevin Durant requesting a I just don't get it. I just don't get it. There ain't gonna be no intro. There ain't gonna be no segue. There ain't gonna be none of that. It's gonna be me just talking to a camera because I'm upset. All right, and I'm gonna shout some people out real quick. Shout out to Alyssa. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Brandon, who's a Knicks fan though. Shout out to Marv. Shout out to Marcus. Shout out to all y'all talking y'all talk. I respect it. I love it. You guys are seeing a little bit of weakness in the Nets armor, and you guys are attacking it. That's what you're supposed to do. I commend that. But at the end of the day, this ain't it for the Nets. This ain't it for the Nets. If KD really wants to leave, which I'm sure he is requesting a trade, and I'm sure that he is, looking at all his options because KD used to be one of my favorite players. I'm going to be real with you. When KD came to the Nets, I cried. I cried like a little punk. I did. I cried like somebody stole my first, Game Boy or something. Like I cried. I was so excited. When Kyrie said that he was coming too, I wasn't happy. I was upset. And I never thought that a couple years later I would be the exact opposite right now. I am so annoyed of KD right now. I defended him time and time again, and if he comes back to the Eagles, guess what? I mean, I'm messed up. If he comes back to the Nets, guess what? I'm gonna defend him even more. But right now, you're starting to look like what everybody was telling me that you were. That you're just out here ring chasing. That you're out here looking for the best team to hop on and not have to do much. That's what it's looking like. You came and you played some great games for the Nets, and I got mad love for you, man. I've seen my Nets win 12 games. I've seen my Nets win 21, 22 games multiple different times. I've seen my Nets go to the playoffs with D'Lo and a bunch of nobodies, Jarrett Allen out there. You know what I'm saying? I've seen this team go through so many different phases, so much different adversity, and now KD is the problem. KD is the problem. When KD and Kyrie came here, I thought KD would be the solution. I finally thought, you know what? The Brooklyn Nets are about to do something. That I was rocking with you guys since it was the New Jersey Nets. I have not seen the championship. I've seen us go to the championship 3 times, and I've seen us lose every single time. I've seen us go against Kobe Bryant and him just take our soul away. I've seen that, but now we get KD. We get swept in the freaking first round. Then KD, look, I thought KD was kind of hinging on what Kyrie did, and to me it was like whatever. It is what it is. But Kyrie comes back now. KD wants to start a little crybaby. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And I will say this right now because I know Sixers fans are gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, oh, look at him. Oh, the Nets are destroying themselves. The Nets are fine. Sean Marks is a great GM. Marks has been able to get us from that team that, well, obviously he wasn't there back then, but the team that won 12 games, the team that won 20 games, he was able to go ahead and coax 2 players that are all generation, that are going to be Hall of Fame players into coming to our team. He was able to draft most of, if not all, the capital that he gave up to get those players here. So I'm not too worried. I think that if we have to go out there and we go get a bunch of draft picks for KD, then we'll be fine. I truly do believe that. It may be a process. It may be a couple years until we're back in the playoffs, but I do believe that we can draft good enough and well enough, because we have, to go ahead and become a team again, become a contending team. Outside of D'Angelo Russell, everybody on that team was drafted. Jarrett Allen obviously was older, but you look at the main guys. You look at a Karis LeVert, a Spencer Dinwiddie, a Jarrett Allen. You look at these guys, and I love Nick Claxton. I think Claxton's going to be big for us. You look at Joe Harris. A lot of these guys were draft picks, and not just draft picks. They were late draft picks. So in my opinion, I'm cool. I'm more upset. I'm not even upset. I'm not even upset. I'm going to hit y'all with what my parents used to tell me when I did something stupid. I'm more disappointed. I'm more disappointed in you, KD. I truly, this might get lost a little bit. I truly don't think that he's going anywhere. I truly don't think that KD's going to get signed by any other team. I don't think that we're going to realistically trade him. Reason being is I just think he's going to be way too much. He's going to cost way too much, as far as assets go. We're going to ask the world, I saw a tweet that basically said that if KD is to move on, the rest of the team is going to be for sale. And Sean Marks did say he's looking for a historic, return when it comes to KD. we'll see what happens. KD apparently is eyeing the Suns. He's eyeing the Heat. No surprise that those two teams are teams that should be in finals conversations next year. I mean, it's just corny. It's corny. You know, I blame the NBA for letting these players become like this. And then I blame the actual players for being soft, man. What happened to the years that you would just rock with your team? And, you know, I guess I can't really complain too much because we are the benefactors of, you know, KD not wanting to rock with his original team, right? He never would have been in Brooklyn if that was the case. But it's just ridiculous. And you look back, and I know, you know, Harden opted out, and people are saying that it's so that he can, you know, take a smaller contract to go to the. That's cool. I think Harden is the reason that this whole thing blew up. I really do. If we never traded for Harden, we still have a Spencer Dinwiddie. A Caris LeVert. We still have a Jarrett Allen. We still have all those first round picks. So I really think that James Harden was kind of the beginning of the end for this team. But it happened. It is what it is. Even if these guys go, even if KD's gone, even if Kyrie gone before this season starts, it was an experience. The Nets tried it, and I just don't think that's outside of the Golden State Warriors. And even if you look at the Golden State Warriors, they drafted most of, if not all, their talent, right? Obviously, you have a couple of outliers now, especially, but most of their talent is homegrown, right? So I just think that's the move. That's the move. I can't think of a team outside of a LeBron James, you know, big three or something like that really won off of free agency, that was able to go out there and get all these stars. You need a bench. The Nets did not have a bench. We did not have good coaching. You know, it takes a whole team. It takes a whole team. So, I mean, look, I'm upset. I'm annoyed. I'm pissed off. It is what it is. I'm pissed off. It's ridiculous at this point. Being a Nets fan is heart-wrenching. You know, I'm an Eagles fan, and that sucks in its own right because we go through so much drama. And, you know, obviously at least we won our first Super Bowl, but, you know, being a Nets fan, it's like I'm still waiting to see some happy times, right? Like my happy times with the Nets are when we're decent, when we're average. But it is what it is, man, and I'm here for that smoke. I really don't care. All you Sixers fans, I'm saying this straight up right now, straight up and down. I don't care. Y'all weird, okay? All that stuff about following my team more than I do, that's weird to me, okay? So stop tagging me on Twitter. Stop, you know, messaging me on Twitter, messaging me on Instagram, on Facebook. I'm here for that smoke because y'all do all this. Y'all swear y'all so high and mighty, get first seed all these years. And what do you do with it? You leave in the second round. So congratulations. You know, I'll give you here's a golf clap. I'm so proud of you for getting into the second round. No one cares. You know what I'm saying? Ben Simmons is still on this team for some odd reason. We'll see if he stays on this team. I get you hate Ben Simmons. It's not Brooklyn Simmons. It's not the Brooklyn Benz. Like this is, we don't like him either. Trust me, we don't want him either. But at the end of the day, I don't think KD is gonna go anywhere. I truly don't. I don't think any team's gonna want to pay the expense it's gonna cost. And two, look, even if he does, I ain't worried about it. I really am not. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to the third round probably before you Sixers will. So it is what it is. Maybe I shouldn't talk that much because I know most of you guys are Sixers fans. And that's probably a big part of my audience. But you know what? I don't care. I really don't care, man. I'm a hurt fan right now. I don't like to talk about NBA that much because this is how I get. When with the NBA, I throw all logic out the window. With football, I try to sit here and give you guys, you know, my real honest opinion, try to throw away my fandom for a little bit when I turn the camera on. But not with the Brooklyn Nets. I'm pissed, and I'm sure there's a lot of Brooklyn Nets fans that are pissed, but I don't think we're worried. Right? That's the thing I want to keep in mind. I think that we're upset, but I don't think we're worried. I think that we have faith in the front office. At least I do. I have faith in this front office to make the right decisions with our future. But it is what it is, man. If you want to talk your junk down in the comments. Be respectful as always. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me banned off YouTube. Don't get yourself banned off YouTube. It's not worth it. But if you're a Brooklyn Nets fan and you've been watching, shout out to you and let me know what you're thinking because I need to know. You know what I'm saying? How are you feeling? Maybe I'll start integrating some of these NBA videos a little bit more. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Maybe KD stays with the Nets. Maybe he won't. Who knows? I'm upset, y'all. I'm upset. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It's still fly Eagles fly. It's where Brooklyn at. It's KD. Just please stop hurting my feelings. I'm out of here. Peace.